DCeased issue number 2 is pretty much balls to the wall, all out. Here we go. This is what we're getting from this series. This is what we're expecting. Stuff goes down. Deaths, everything. It's written by Tom Taylor with art by Trevor Harsine. I didn't say that before. So it opens up with Aquaman on a boat, and there's nobody else on this boat, and he's walking around like a big boat, by the way. And he's like, hello, is there people here that want to talk about whales with me? And then he stumbles upon everybody in the boat, and they are all zombies. And he just gets overwhelmed and jumps off, and all these zombies jump over and they go into the sea, and the sea turns red. So I buy Aquaman. Then we go to Superman and Lois, and they basically are like, oh, Lois is like, my parents are okay, they're in the bunker. Superman's like, I gotta get to Smallville and check on my parents, but we gotta go somewhere safe. And Lois is like, oh, let's go to the Daily Planet. We have to communicate, get some communications out. The planet might still have stuff we can use. Take us to the planet. Balls to the wall, all out. Here we go. Over in Gotham, we see Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and they're having a discussion about, hey, Harley, it's time for you to break up with the Joker. And Harley's like, okay. And they're just like, yeah, you're strong enough. You have to do this on your own. Poison Ivy's like, I can't help you with this. You go do it on your own, because they clearly don't know what's going on with the world. And Harley's like, oh, okay. She decides. She goes in, and the Joker is sitting there. He's facing the other way, and she's like, hey, Puddin', you know, we had some good times, but this is over. You and I, we're breaking up. I have to go and move on. And then we see the other side, and the Joker's already face ripped. The Joker's already a zombie, so things aren't going to be pretty. Meanwhile, while that's happening, we see outside Metropolis, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, along with the Green Arrow and Black Canary are having a little camping trip. Arrow and Canary are having a little bit of fun, and Hal's like, this is boring. I don't like camping. Why am I here anyway? I'm going to go in my tent by myself and probably play on my phone. He does, and moments later, you know, what we keep getting. Hal Jordan's down, his tent explodes, and there's green energy everywhere, and then his ring keeps telling him, Green Lantern of Earth, lethal force isn't sanctioned. Like, in his rage-filled state, he wants to kill, and he's trying to kill everybody, and it's not letting him. And Ollie, like, shoots him with the boxing glove arrow, boom, and he's like, dude, the next one's not going to be a boxing glove. I'm going to shoot you in the face. Like, what's going on? And he makes this big monster, and it goes after Ollie, and Dinah is like, nah! She does her scream and just tears him apart, and doesn't look too good for Hal. And we get a quick cut back into Metropolis, where Superman and Lois and Damian and John are all gone to the Daily Planet, and they're like, oh, let's run inside and look. And Superman's like, X-ray visioning. He's like, no, there's a bunch of monsters in there, and we're going to need some backup before we go clean it out. And he's like, oh, I hear something. Balls to the wall, all out. Here we go. Back outside of Metropolis, Hal Jordan's laying there, and Diana's like, oh, I did not mean to do that. They're kind of like feeling bad, but there's no time. Like, he was coming after us, and all of a sudden the ring slides off his finger, and it's like, I gotta go find a replacement, because that's what happens when a Green Lantern dies. It finds someone with great willpower in that space sector nearby. But it doesn't have to go very far, because it flies up right to Diana's face, and it's like, hey, Diana Lance of Earth, you have the ability to overcome great fear. She becomes a Green Lantern. Green Canary? She wouldn't be a Black Lantern. Yeah, so Green Canary. She's like, no, this isn't what I want. I don't want this. And Superman flies up behind her. He's like, well, you should probably hold on to it, because we're going to need all the help we can get. So then those three fly back to the Daily Planet, and Damian's like, hey, he made contact. And they're like, who made contact? He's like, Batman! So maybe Batman's not dead. And we see Batman in the Batcave, and he's inside one of Mr. Freeze's suits. And he's like, nope, I am inside this suit. It's air conditioned. It's cooling me down. It is slowing it down, but I am infected. And Superman's like, oh, Bruce. And he's like, no, there is literally no time for sentiment. But he tells them all about what it is. It's like, it's organic, it's techno, it's going through the internet. You got to shut down the internet. Like, Batman always has the plan, right? And he lets them know, these are not zombies. They're not consumed by hunger. They're not feeding. They're spreading death. They're stealing life. They are the anti-living. And the trigger is an equation. But yeah, he lets them know, like, what they got to do. And then Batman shows some sentiment. You see a rare side of Batman. Like, he's gonna miss his son. He's like, Alfred has something for you. And he sits down. He's like, I'm sorry that I'm not gonna get to see you grow up and be the man you're going to become. Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's legitimately sad. He's upset, and then, you know, crushes the dough, and he rips his face apart, and he runs at Alfred. But Alfred is the world's greatest butler. He is always prepared. So that is the end of issue 2. Batman is now dead. We thought Batman was dead at the end of issue 1. Batman is dead. There were some big deaths there, and a lot of change happened. And like, Tom Taylor right away is like, this isn't the real world, and they're not quite zombies. So give this video a like, subscribe to me, please, if you'd like to do that. If not, you know, just check back tomorrow for the next installment of this zombie DC series.